Hello, hello. We are back with another episode of me. Thanks to Mike for giving me a reminder that it's been a while that since I recorded something like this. I think I'm just focused on so many different projects that it's easy to slip up. So I'm just embracing the universe, giving Mike the intuition to tell me to record this. So I actually made a list. I came prepared of things I wanted to chat about today. First of all, I just wanted to express just my gratitude for everyone who is supporting my journey as an artist and believes in me. Like, even with all the street performing I'm doing, just like every single person that tips with anything, I'm just so grateful because it's actually allowing me to pay my bills. So I'm just very grateful for that. And, I continue to put my all into the performance every day. Just like it's the last time I get to do it. Like, I think I've said that before, and I just try to approach it with that intention and presence, and with the goal of uplifting people as much as possible. I wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of rest, and this really applies to anyone, but I guess I'm learning this. Since music is not work to me, I end up doing it non-stop in some way, shape, or form. And if I don't stop, I obviously end up depleted energy-wise and I get run down. And so I've gotten sick a couple times already this year, and I was reflecting on why that happened, and it's because I'm just not resting enough. And because I love what I'm doing so much, and I feel like and my work ethic just drives me forward all the time. So yeah, it's important to stop from whatever it is that you're doing every now and then. And I think, to schedule time to do that, especially if you're deep into a creative pursuit. So one of the ways I'm doing that right now, especially if I'm out busking, instead of going 4 hours straight, I'll do 2 hours and make sure I stop for like an hour, rest, hydrate, eat, continue. And same thing throughout the day. Once I'm back from the performing, just don't jump right into the recording project, just stop. Yeah, so importance of rest. I'm really learning that and just finding balance in this new way of being. That being said, I've got a new song that I'm in the kind of the final stages of recording. It's called Afloat, and the song itself was born from me actually overdoing it, getting sick, and then not being able to go out performing, and I felt financial pressure because I'm living this interesting life of where like I need to perform. If I don't do performing, then I'm obviously not bringing in income. So I was sick, so I couldn't perform, and I tried one day, but my voice was crap. It was a mess. But anyways, I got a song out of it, and it's a song I'm really proud of, and I'm just always so mesmerized by the creative process because I always get a piece of music when I least expect it, and it ends up being better than I could have hoped for, especially given the circumstances of how it came to be. And again, I think that's kind of just an example of how life is for all of us. Like, it's good for us to relieve ourselves from expectations and just act with intention, good intention, and act from the heart, and surrender to whatever happens. And a lot of the times things in life end up better than you expected. I wanted to share this. This was really cool. This was a gift from an artist just last week. I didn't catch her name, but there's a lot of detail. It looks quite like my guitar, actually. So I was doing some busking, and when I announced it was my last song, I was going to be leaving. This girl, she probably was maybe between 13 and 15 years old only. She came up to me, and she was with her family, and she just handed me this picture, and I was like, whoa, thank you so much. Like, don't ever stop drawing. And, you know, I just felt really honored that the vibration I was putting out through my music inspired this young artist to do that. And, you know, I think I'm really going to cherish this. Yeah, I don't know. This one just kind of affected me in a different way. And you know, just on another point of busking, you know, I'm really getting a lot of feedback from people. You know, they come up and they share their stories with me, and sometimes people come up to me and they say, you know, whatever I sung was exactly what they needed, and they were like in tears, and like it's quite phenomenal actually, some of the interactions I'm getting just from doing that. But musically I'm getting a lot more direction because, you know, I get a lot of feedback about my singing voice in particular, about like how that's what people connect with. So I'm just really leaning into that, just trying to cultivate and work on my singing as much as possible, which, you know, is really nice because, and it's cool to reflect on my journey because I was always very self-conscious about my singing. I always viewed myself as a guitar player first and foremost, and the singing came second. So now I can really lean into the fact that I'm really confident as a vocalist, and I know that that's my key instrument that seems to be resonating. So I'm just really trying to lean into that as much as I can, especially when I'm on my own. Which brings me to the next point. So I have a band, which is a separate project. I haven't uploaded much of the footage from the band onto this YouTube page. The band is called The Blends. The project got started last June, and it's been kind of an interesting ride of just people leaving the group, people joining the group, you know, but just trying to find the right unit. So I'm really excited about that project. It's teaching me a lot about, being in a band relative to being a solo artist, because a lot of my journey from when I was younger was just all I ever dreamed about was being in a band. But for the last 7 years I tried to put a few bands together and could just never get the cohesiveness that I think that it needs. And so by default I continued along my journey as a solo singer-songwriter, which is fine. I love that part of my journey so much. But this is cool because finally, for me surrendering and not trying, the pieces seem to be falling into place. So just wanted to share about that. We have some music coming out actually. So April 28th we have a song called Open Your Mind by The Blends. That'll be coming out on all the music streaming platforms. So and I'll try to put some of it on this YouTube page too, so then there's a connection between this and that world. So yeah, The Blends. Pretty exciting. We're almost at 10 minutes here, oh my gosh. But whatever. This is a vlog. It's meant for me to be expressing myself authentically, and I wanted to share as much as I could about where I'm at right now. I completed an application for something called the Jade Music Festival, which is a new music festival, and it's aimed at promoting Chinese artists and Chinese music. And so I crossed paths with actually one of the people that organizes the event last year, and they asked me, "Oh, do you sing in Chinese?" And I was like, "Oh no, I don't," because actually, you know, I don't even speak Chinese, and I barely understand. Maybe I understand a very, very little bit of Cantonese, but anyways, so I've submitted to play in this festival with my girlfriend Caroline, who also writes music, and so we're kind of approaching it as a hybrid project of where we're trying to weave in English and Mandarin into songs, and so she speaks Mandarin fluently, so she's able to help provide that portion of it. So it's a unique experience. I'm excited to share more about that. But yeah, so that's that. I guess the last thing I wanted to share was probably like the newest piece of the pie. So I have an audition for a part in a play, a musical, and it's kind of interesting, you know. So I never saw this coming. I didn't go looking for this, but just by, again, just the nature of how the universe works, I'm just staying with my path, and opportunities just keep flowing in, and I just you know, I'm just trying to embrace everything. So it's kind of neat, this musical. You know, ideally they want people with like a rock background, and it's called Cambodian Rock Band. So in particular, I guess, you know, I'm in an interesting position because I believe they're looking for Asian musicians, but they also need people who can act, which it's interesting because like I have no acting experience except for like my music videos, and I did like one voice acting project last year. And so I'm auditioning for a role that it says it's primarily an acting role, but it's a necessity that you can play guitar. So over the next few days I'm going to be really prepping for this because, you know, I've never done this before, and so I'm excited. And just doing the audition, you know, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I'm already seeing how going through new experiences in general is really conducive for my artistic journey. Like, they require me to learn a particular song from a particular artist, so I'm learning a new piece of music out of it. Not bad. And just seeing how another side of the performance industry and entertainment industry works. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with this? I'm definitely excited to share more about this as we move forward. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Lots of new music in the works. Like I said, I got a song called Afloat, which I'm going to be releasing hopefully within the next month. My band, The Blends, we have a song called Open Your Mind coming out next week. And yeah, just a lot of stuff happening, and I just feel really grateful to continue the journey and to be sharing it with the world, and again with the intention to uplift people and share as much positivity and love as possible, because ultimately that's what it comes back to. Like, why am I doing this? Like, what's my mission? You know, I'm just really going into the depths of my own human condition and just dismantling all the indoctrination that I've had throughout my life, and just finding a new way of being that's just uniquely my own. So for anyone who's listening to this and watching, thank you for listening, thank you for supporting the journey. I hope you take something positive from this into your own life and it can integrate it. But yeah, peace and love, and until next time.